everyone, my name is Pera and I'm a member of an Essex-based band called Raz. This is the second video of my new series all about my life as a music teacher. In this video I'm going to be talking about my job hunting experience. So there were no college/FE music teaching jobs within 50 miles of Essex. I applied directly to schools and a college, which got me no interviews or any responses, except the college where they sent me mail via snail mail. Which arrived 2 weeks later saying, "Thank you for your application. Unfortunately, you didn't make it through the shortlist." That was really pointless. They could have sent it through an email and I would have got it much earlier. Now, I wanted to stay in Essex or Suffolk. Went through my university's support to help search for jobs, but again, I couldn't find anything at all. There was just no jobs available. Expand to secondary schools to teach GCSE music and Key Stage 3, neither of which I have ever done before because in my school there were no GCSE music available. I also expanded my search for music teaching jobs to include East London and West Essex. I signed up to teachers recruitment agencies. After I sent out about 8 applications, I got flooded by emails and phone calls for weeks. And I sent out these applications online through read.co.uk, Job Search, CV Library, TES, Guardian Jobs and other job sites. But even then, I still didn't get any interviews. I tried applying for instrumental music teaching jobs, events management, admin roles in the college and university that I went to, and still nothing. Schools in Essex and London came from one agency based in West Essex and East London. Now, the first interview I had seemed promising. They asked me to go back for a second interview or for a second teaching observation, and I thought, this is great, I might just get a job after my first interviews. Everything seemed positive, they were satisfied with what they saw in the first teaching observation and the interview, so I went back for the second one, only for them to turn me down. I went home that day and cried in bed, despairing about my future. I was fully convinced that I would be a first-class BA Honours degree holder with a merit PGCE and end up working in a shop or as a waitress, or even worse, unemployed. Interviews aren't always what they seem. I've had over 6 interviews so far, and the ones that seemed to go well had not accepted me, and the harsher critiques seemed to have a higher chance of offering me the job overall. So there was a school in East London that had booked 3 teachers in for the same interview. That's also where I met a good friend who I'm still frequently in contact with. Now, that school observed me teaching, asked a few questions, and then let us all go without a formal interview. A week later, they offered me the full-time music teaching job to start in September 2018. Now, this was in early July when I went for the interview. And then by the end of July, they had stopped offering music at this school. They suddenly turned me down again when they'd already offered me a job. And again, I was left in search, which was really disappointing. Very, very bad practice, completely unprofessional, and there was nothing I can do about it. Now, another school in East London turned me down after a string of harsh feedback and said that maybe they'll offer me a part-time music teaching job depending on who they can find. Then this school turned out to be the only school to employ me so far. Job hunting and being a fresh graduate can be soul crushing. It's too easy to be knocked down by the outcome of interviews and harsh feedback. But the most important thing is not to let interview results define your self-worth, because just because an interviewer doesn't appreciate you, it doesn't mean you're not valuable to the rest of the world. And that was the lesson that I had to learn over and over again during my job hunting experience. The fact that someone like me with dyed blue hair, no training in secondary school teaching, can end up working at a secondary school, that means that you can get a good job despite the odds. Yeah, that's it. Stage 3, which I have never to expand my search to secondary. Max.